Are you tired of throwing all of that plastic and paperware in the garbage to go to the landfill and fill it up? I know I am. And so I've been thinking about sustainability and what I can make and quilt to keep stuff out of the landfill. Well, it's that time of the year where me and my husband decide that we're going to go, say, on a picnic, or we're going to go do a day drive somewhere, and we pack our own little snacks and things. And so I wanted something that I can be able to just put the stuff in and be able to go and know that I'm not throwing anything in the landfill. Does that sound like a plan for you? An idea that says, yeah, let's do that. So let's stick around. And let's say goodbye to that plastic silverware and those straws. We're going to make our own handy little carrier out of scrap fabric. And by the end of this series, we're going to have a whole picnic set. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload the next video in this series. So let's get started on becoming sustainability and keeping stuff out of our landfills. Just create with fabric and floss. So all we're going to need to get started in making this utensil holder for our picnic set is about a third yard of your background fabric. And you're going to cut that so you have two pieces that are 9.5 by 15 inches. And then you want a contrasting color. And you can use a fat quarter for this. And you're going to have a 7.5 by 9.5 inch rectangle, and then you're going to have a strip that's 2 inches by 20 inches. So the first thing we're going to do is take our contrasting color and we're going to fold it in half with right sides together so that it will measure 7.5 by 4 3/4. Then we're going to take it to the sewing machine and we're going to sew just down the sides. We're going to leave the raw edges at the bottom open. Then you're going to turn it to the right side and we're going to take it to the ironing board and give it a good press. We're going to turn it, and then we're going to go press it completely down. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take our pocket and we're going to measure 1 3/4 from the edge and draw a line, and then from that line you're going to draw another one that's the same distance, 1 3/4. So then you have 4 sections, and then you're going to place it on one of your background fabric so it is 1 1/4 inches from each side. That will make it center, and then I'm just going to pin it just to hold it in place. You can do wonder clips. So you just want to line up the bottom edge here, and then you're going to take it to the sewing machine and we're going to stitch down the sides and then on each one of those lines. I do back stitch from at the top and at the bottom just to hold it in place because there's going to be lots of tension as you're putting in and out your silverware. And there is our pocket to our utensil holder. So our next step is to take our 2-inch by 20-inch strip. You're going to fold it in half and give it a press. Then you're going to take and press down each end a 1/2 inch, and then you're going to fold over each seam or each edge to meet in the middle, and then give it a good press. And now we're going to take this to the sewing machine and we're going to just stitch around it, a top stitch, just to close it down. I'm just doing 3 sides, the 3 open sides. You can do the folded side to give it a finished look. So now that you have it sewn, you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to put it 5 inches from the bottom, and you're going to put the fold on the edge, and now you're just going to base this side, do it about 1/8 of an inch, just so it gets in with the seam and you can't see it. Now you have your tie. I'm going to tuck the ends down into one of the pockets. That way I won't stitch it in. You're going to leave this one so the pocket's facing up. Then you're going to put your other piece on with it facing down. And then you're going to put your batting on top here. And you're going to sew all the way around, leaving about 4 inches here. And that's where I'm going to use my red and green straight pen so I know where to stop and start. And you're going to sew all the way around. So here I have my green pin where I'm going to start. I'm going to back stitch there and at the beginning or the end. Now you're going to clip the corners and turn it right side and give it a good pressing. Now all we have left to do is give it a good top stitch, making sure to get that open seam. And I'm going to go all the way around, about 1/8 of an inch. Make sure to hold your ties out of the way so you don't stitch them down where you don't want them. So there is our finished utensil holder. All we have to do is put our utensils in now. And we will not be throwing away any more plastic silverware. And then you just fold it down and give it a good roll. And tie it up. And now you have a utensil holder to go on the picnic or a day drive when you take your own lunch. So I hope you enjoyed this video and give it a try. Make your own utensil bag for when you go on your picnic. You can put this in your purse, leave it in your car, or if you stick around to the end of the series, we'll have a bag that we'll be able to put all our picnic stuff in and keep it all handy. If you learned something from this video or thought it was a great video, why not give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with some of your quilting friends. Until then, happy quilting, my friends.